God's advice today. God is sending many signs, but it seems like you are ignoring all of them. So please do not ignore this video, as it is a message from God's heart to bless your life today. Before we continue, please leave your like so that more people can be reached by this message, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell to receive more videos like this. Don't ignore this video and stay until the end. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and the second best manifestation offer in the world. God said, "My dear child, listen to the voice that now pours over you like a river of living waters, for every word I release into your heart is like a seed that will not return empty. It will blossom at the right time and bear abundant fruit. You have carried thoughts that try to convince you that your days of relevance have already passed, that your strength has faded, and that the light of the purpose I once placed in you has been extinguished. But I tell you in truth, none of those voices come from me, because in every stage of your life, even in the most silent and hidden ones, I was shaping your spirit for this time that now opens before you. Are you seeking a deep spiritual change in your life and in the lives of those you love? Imagine attracting wealth and abundance in less than a week, while blessings are poured upon you daily. All of this begins with a simple 1-minute prayer. To discover how this practice can transform your reality, click on the link in the first comment. Every step you take toward this journey not only benefits you but also supports our channel and the dedicated team that brings this valuable content to you. Do not wait any longer to begin this journey of spiritual and material transformation. Click now to learn more and start your path toward a fuller and more abundant life. Do not look at your limitations as signs of an ending, but as starting points for my grace to manifest with greater power. For it is precisely in your weakness that my strength is perfected, and it is in the barren land that I cause the garden of hope to bloom. Do not fear the glances that judge you by the outward appearance, because I look beyond the marks of time and see in them the story of your faithfulness and your endurance. What seemed extinguished, I reignite. What seemed lost, I restore, and what seemed an end, I transform into a beginning. Remember what is written, Jesus looked at him and loved him. One thing you lack, he said, Mark chapter 10 verse 21. So I do with you, my beloved child, I look at you with love and tell you that what I have prepared is not yet complete, and that is why I call you today to rise, for you are not in the season of the end, but at the beginning of your most fruitful stage, where your life will become a living testimony of my glory. Comment, I trust in the truth of God, even when everything says otherwise. I see, my child, how the voices have tried to weaken your spirit. They whisper in the corridors of your mind, saying your strength is gone, your chance to begin again has passed, there is no longer a place for you in my plans. But listen to me, those words never came from you, nor did they come from me. They are echoes of a shadow that fears what you will still become. For the one who tries to silence you has already noticed what you have not fully perceived, that your years are your crown, that your story is your authority, that your experience is your weapon. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles, they will run and not grow weary, they will walk and not be faint. Isaiah chapter 40 verse 31. I myself renew you, I myself uphold your steps, I myself reignite in you what many thought was extinguished. You are a bearer of my hope, and even if you feel weak, your weakness is the perfect stage for my power to be revealed in fullness. My beloved child, this awakening I set before you will not come automatically. It requires a decision from you, a movement of your heart. You must decide whether you will continue feeding the narrative of defeat that you have so often repeated to yourself, or whether you will begin to align your mind and spirit with my truth. I did not call you to live as someone dimmed. I called you to live as someone who reflects my glory in every gesture, in every word, in every act of care toward others. You were prepared in the deserts, forged in the storms, and it is precisely because you have faced so many battles that you now carry the authority to speak, to teach, to comfort, to set free. Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. 1 Timothy chapter 4 verse 12. Understand, my child, you are not measured by the numbers of age, but by the intensity of the fire you carry in your heart. That fire has not gone out, it has only been waiting for this time to burn with greater strength. Comment, I choose to align my heart with the truth of God, not with the lies of my mind. You still ask, but how will this be possible, Lord? How will this awakening show itself in my daily life? And I answer you, it will begin in the inner place, the secret place where you converse with me. It will begin when you choose to silence the lie and embrace the truth. It will begin when you realize that your greatest battle has never been against external circumstances, but against the distorted stories you accepted as truth. How many times have you repeated, "My time has passed. I no longer have strength. It is too late for me"? But I tell you, each of those words was a seed of doubt I never planted in you. My word for you is different. You still have ground to walk, you still have seeds to sow, you still have fruit to bear. Call to me and I will answer you, and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know. Jeremiah chapter 33 verse 3. Believe, I prepare new things before you, and they are greater than anything you left behind. Did you know there is an effective method to attract greater financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deepest beliefs and change the way you perceive reality. It has had a significant impact on my life, and we would like to invite you to discover this special practice. When we trust that God wants to work in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each one of us in a unique and wonderful way. That's why it is important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan for you. If you would like to support our work and the team dedicated to bringing inspiring and transformative content, we invite you to explore our product. The link is available in the first comment, so you can discover how this technique can also help you on your journey. Your contribution helps us continue sharing messages that truly make a difference. We deeply appreciate your trust and support. Listen to me carefully, my precious child. The signs of wherein you are not marks of the end, they are testimonies of battles won. The fatigue you feel is not evidence that you have finished, but proof that you have fought for causes that were worth it. The world looks at you and sees the marks of the years. I look at you and see the dignity of one who persevered, of one who never abandoned faith, of one who, even wounded, remained standing. Your mistakes are not barriers to my moving, they are points where my grace manifested. Your victories are not just memories, they are legacies that will still inspire others. You are not diminished, you are not forgotten, you are not concluded. I am only beginning to reveal the fullness of what I placed in you. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11. Hold this truth in your heart, you are still an essential part of my plan. Comment, I trust that God's thoughts for me are of peace and hope. My beloved, let me show you something deep. Every tear you shed, every disappointment you thought had destroyed your dreams, every year in which you believed you bore no fruit, all of it was part of the preparation for this time. Nothing was wasted, nothing was in vain. I arranged even your silences and your empty seasons as fertile ground where I will now bring forth a new harvest. What you called delay, I called refinement. What you called failure, I called learning. What you called silence, I called strengthening. Weeping may last for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Psalm 30 verse 5. Today I declare over you, your morning has come. It is time to lift your eyes and see that I am opening before you doors that have never opened before. Comment, I believe that the joy of the Lord is dawning upon my life. Beloved child, do not ignore this call. While you believed lies about yourself, many around you walked through deep pain without knowing the truth that only you can carry. There are young ones rising who need the wisdom that rests within you. There are wounded hearts beside you that need the healing I have already accomplished in you. There are lives in darkness that need the light you carry. Do not think your mission is small, it is essential. Do not compare yourself to others, your journey is unique. I did not hide you from the world to cancel you, but to prepare you. Now is the time to step out of hiding and share what I planted within you. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father who is in heaven. Matthew chapter 5 verse 16. Your light has not been extinguished, it has only been preserved for this very time. Comment, I choose to let the light of God shine through me. And so, my dear child, I want you to understand one last truth that seals this message. What I placed in you is not meant to end with you. It is legacy, it is seed, it is continuity. I did not call you to merely survive the days, I called you to transform generations. What you carry in your spirit was not only learned from books, but in battles, in losses, in waiting, in tears. That is why your voice will carry weight, because it comes from one who does not speak only of theory, but of life lived. I now raise you up as a witness, as a lighthouse, as a messenger. Do not fear, do not retreat, do not yield to the lie that says it is too late. My child, I know that many times you believed your confidence was nothing more than a reflection of your own will, but in truth, it was forged in the furnaces of uncertainty, when nothing seemed secure and the only rock you could lean on was my presence. On the days when fear tried to suffocate your courage, it was in that place of fragility that I made you strong. Every dawn when your tears flowed and you saw no solution, every silence that seemed empty, every night when you cried out without hearing an answer, all of this was part of an invisible training, so that now you could walk firmly. Do not be deceived, my son, the breath of life that sustains you each morning is not a mere accident, it is proof that there are still sacred missions awaiting your response. While many say that your time has passed, I declare, your time is only beginning. Those who walk beside you need what you carry, your peace in the midst of confusion, your hope in the midst of doubt, your steadfastness when everything seems to crumble. Every breath you take is a testimony that I have not finished the work I began in you, for the seeds I planted in your heart will yet blossom before many. My son, understand now something deep. The battles that rose against you did not merely target your dreams or projects, but the very essence of what connects you to me. The enemy tried to silence your voice because he knew that when you speak with authority in my name, chains are broken and lives are transformed. He attacked your courage, wounded your emotions, raised people to mock the gift I placed within you, because he understands something you often forgot. Your word carries power when aligned with my spirit. How many times were you ridiculed for sharing a vision I myself revealed to your heart? How many times did those who should have supported you call you foolish? belittling what I placed inside you. Yet none of that was in vain. Every rejection, every scorn, every silence you faced served to purify your faith and strengthen the flame burning within you. What seemed like a barren season was, in truth, a season of preparation. For that which is refined by fire is not destroyed but becomes stronger, purer, more valuable. And now, my beloved, I want you to understand a truth that the passing years tried to steal from you: your age, your scars, your wounds. None of these are proof of defeat. On the contrary, they are testimonies of victory. Every wrinkle on your face, every painful memory in your soul, every moment you thought you could not go on, all of it became living evidence that you were sustained by my hand. Do not believe the lie that only the young or the seemingly flawless are instruments of my work. Remember Moses, who at 80 years old heard my call to deliver a people. Remember Abraham, who weary in years became the father of many nations. Remember Hannah, who in tears conceived the promise. I am not limited by human time, my son. I create opportunities in the desert, I open doors where there are none, and I breathe life where all see only the end. When you think your strength has run out, it is then that mine is perfected in you. Therefore, do not look back with sorrow, but with gratitude, for even the days of silence were seeds of an abundant future. I know that in many moments your words were trapped in your throat because you feared not being heard. I know your song was silenced because someone said your voice was not beautiful enough. I know you stopped sharing your dreams because they mocked your faith. But today I tell you, lift your voice again. Because your word, even trembling, carries weight in heaven. Because your song, even simple, reaches my throne. Because your dreams, even doubted by men, were born from my heart. The one who tried to silence you did not understand that I allowed the silence only to sharpen your perception. Every pause was like the root of a tree, growing deeper before breaking forth above the surface. But now, I say, the time has come to speak, the time has come to sing, the time has come to declare. Do not fear the opinion of others, for when your mouth opens in faith, the spiritual world will tremble, and I will confirm your words with signs of life. It is not your eloquence that will make the difference, it is my anointing that rests upon you. Listen, my son, for this is crucial. Do not linger in the mistakes of the past, nor allow shame to be your prison. What you once believed was defeat, today I transform into testimony. The adversary wanted you to believe you were finished, but I say you are being reborn. The enemy tried to steal your joy, but I give you laughter again. He tried to strip away your hope, but I clothe you with new promises. It does not matter what they said about you, it does not matter who rejected you, it does not matter who mocked what you carry, my word over you remains, and nothing can annul it. Even if all men rise against you, I remain faithful to fulfill. Therefore, do not shrink back, my son, do not diminish your voice, do not hide your light. I placed you as a beacon in the darkness, as living testimony that the impossible is only an opportunity for my power to be revealed. When you open your mouth to speak, chains will break. When you stretch forth your hands to help, lives will be healed. When you lift your eyes to me, you will see that what seemed like the end was only the beginning of a new chapter. I want you to keep this truth in your heart as an eternal seal: nothing you have lived was in vain. Every tear you shed was counted by me. Every silence you endured was recorded before me. Every prayer that seemed unanswered was kept, and now begins to sprout as an abundant harvest. The time you thought was wasted was, in fact, my time of preparation. You are not late, you are not forgotten, you have not been cast aside. On the contrary, You are ready for what I have planned. The enemy tried to silence you, but he could not steal your essence. And it is exactly that essence, your faith forged in pain, your voice refined in silence, your heart surrendered even in loss, that will now become a powerful instrument in my hands. Therefore, rise, my son, for much is yet to be done. Walk with confidence, speak with boldness, live with hope. For I, the Lord, am with you, and when I am with you, nothing, absolutely nothing, shall prevail against you. The time I have prepared is swiftly approaching, and I do not speak of just any time, but of a time that has been marked, destined, and written even before your formation. It is time to stop speaking timidly, for I did not create you for weakness, but for firmness and authority. It is time to leave behind the pains you have carried because of the visions and dreams I planted in your spirit, which you often thought unattainable. It is time to break the invisible chains that others have placed upon you, making you believe your limits were absolute. You feel something awakening within you after a long dormancy. This stirring is not an illusion, it is the breath of my spirit rekindling the flame of purpose within you. Do not believe that your voice has lost value, for what the world may call fragility, I call resistance forged in the fire of adversity. Now, others need to hear what I revealed to you in silence, in those hours when no one saw your tears, but I was there, recording every one of them. And here is the question I place before you with love and seriousness: will you have the courage to use the gift I entrusted to you? Within you is a secret place, a silent room you have avoided for years, because the pain seemed greater than hope. But I have always seen that space, I never stopped dwelling in it. Beloved child, remember the days when your soul was free, when you expressed your thoughts without fear, when your words carried weight and touched hearts. Remember the nights when you dreamed without limits, believing your future shone eternally, something that would echo beyond this fleeting life. But life happened. Pain came frequently, and you grew weary of fighting. People you trusted disappointed you, the hopes you embraced dissolved like sand through your fingers, and slowly you began to believe that you had been mistaken, that there was nothing special in you. You closed the door of that inner room and said, "Perhaps I was wrong. Perhaps I was not called for something so great." And in doing so, you sealed the entrance. But, my child, this is where my heart grieves, not because you failed, but because you did not realize that I never left that space. While you settled on the surface of life, surviving rather than fully living, accepting less than what I prepared for you, I remained there, guarding every dream, every part of you thought was lost. I waited patiently for the moment you would remember who I made you to be, before the voices of the world tried to define you. I ask you now, tenderly, do you believe you have nothing left to offer? That everything of value has been taken from you? That you are too worn, too broken to be of use? My child, what may seem insignificant to you is, in my eyes, the seed of an abundant harvest. The spark you think extinguished is all I need to reignite the flame. It has always been enough. Where others see emptiness, I see the riches I planted within you, preserved for this time. Your purpose has not died. The path I set for you has not vanished. Even now, as you hear these words, gifts and abilities I concealed within your spirit are ready, matured by the storms you have faced. Today is not merely a fleeting moment, it is the beginning of a new season, in which what you thought was lost will finally rise in power. But, to enter this season, you must return to that inner room, open the door you closed, and let the light in. Look again at the ideas you wrote when your spirit was at peace, at the dreams you hid in the dark corners of your soul, at the plans you thought were dead. See, that small hope, though suppressed, never disappeared. It was preserved, awaiting the right time. What you believed to be destruction was, in truth, preparation. Every loss you suffered created space for something greater. Every door that closed directed you to the place where, today, you will no longer need to struggle to enter, because what is yours already belongs to you in my will. Do not let your age or your wounds make you believe it is too late. Your years are not a burden but strength. Every line on your face is testimony of hard-won wisdom. Every scar on your heart is proof that you survived what was meant to destroy you. Now, child, listen. Within you is a rhythm deeper than the simple beating of life. It is the rhythm of the eternal purpose I placed within you, and it has not ceased for a single second. It is time to understand that a single sincere prayer can heal wounds accumulated over years. One whisper of faith can reopen paths you thought were blocked forever. A declaration from you, in alignment with my truth, can awaken in you what you believed extinct. Your potential has not disappeared, it only awaits your decision to believe again. Your purpose remains clear, your light has not gone out, and the path before you is wider than ever. The inner room still exists, with the door ready to be opened. Not only to see what you kept, but to enter and live the fullness of what I gave you. The barriers that once seemed insurmountable no longer have power over you. They will not dissolve because the world becomes easier, but because you will finally understand that you never needed them. By opening the door of this room, you will not only recover dreams, you will recover yourself. I hope this message has been an inspiration to you. If you liked it, please write Amen and share this message with someone who also needs to hear it. I invite you to click on the first comment where you will find a special prayer and the second best manifestation offer in the world. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content like this. See you tomorrow.